Welcome back to the HirePOS Fundamentals Video Series. Before we can create our first hire in HirePOS, we need to have some items ready to hire out. And before we can add those items, it helps to understand how they're organized in the system. That's where Setup Item Related comes in. This screen holds the tools for structuring your items, plus a few other features like stock takes and barcoding that you might use later in your setup. We'll keep today's look at this menu short, just enough to see what's possible. Then we'll focus on setting up the core building blocks you need right now: item types and item categories. From the main menu, choose Setup, then Item Related. This screen contains item types, a top-level classification like hire or sales. Item types must be set for every item in your system, and they directly affect how items behave in HirePOS. Item categories and subcategories. These are real-world groupings for your items, such as excavators, tables, or speakers, to help organize and locate them in the system. Item groups are for pooling reasonably identical and interchangeable items together. Selling units define how days, weeks, months, and other time-based concepts are billed in your system. This is a set and forget screen, but it's best configured with the advice of a HirePOS support representative. Item packages. These are for bundling items with special pricing or descriptions. Item barcodes. Print barcodes for scanning workflows. Stock adjustments track stock level changes for both hire and sales items. Branch transfers, if you're using the branches module, to move stock between your branches. And finally, the hire and sales stock takes are tools for full or partial inventory counts. We won't use most of these right now, but it's good to know where they live for later on. Let's start with item types. By default, you'll see types like hire, sales, miscellaneous, and components. You can add more if needed. For example, I'll click New Item Type and call this one Hire Components. There are three options in the type selector: hire, cross-hire, and non-hire. Hire is for equipment that your business owns and hires directly to customers. This will be the most common type used for your hire assets. Cross-hire is used when you hire equipment from another business and then hire it out to your customer. You don't own the asset, but HirePOS still treats it as a hire item for availability, billing, and scheduling purposes. Non-hire is used for everything else: sales inventory, services, fees, and charges. These items go out, but they're not expected to return. Another way to think about this: hire items are fixed assets that you own. Cross-hire items are fixed assets someone else owns. And non-hire items are things that are consumed or sold. Also, for this type, I'm going to enable the component option. Component behavior tells HirePOS that items in this type can be hidden from customer-facing paperwork if they have a $0 value. This is very useful for things like bags, cases, or accessories that always travel with another item but aren't charged separately. These component items will still appear on delivery and pickup dockets, so they can be tracked in and out, but they won't appear on quotes, bookings, or invoices unless they have a value greater than 0. I'll leave the account code blank for now and click Save New. Next, we'll add some item categories. Back in Item Related, select Item Categories, then click New Item Category. I'll add excavators, excavator attachments, party hire, power cables, and one for delivery and pickup. Again, I'll leave the account code blank here unless I need a category-specific account mapping set up later. That's all we need for now. We have our item types and categories ready. In the next video, we'll create our first items and put these settings into action. Thanks for watching. You can always get more help and info at help.hirepos.com. See you in the next video.